Remember the toy called Lite Brite? That's what this technique reminds me of. I actually discovered this technique by accident while I was recording this video, and I can't wait to show you how I did it. Hello, my creative friends. It's Kathy, and it's so good to be back again for another day of drawing experiments. So today I thought I would continue on with working in my mushroom book, which I showed you a little bit of yesterday. We created this piece yesterday, and today we're going to do something with this page. This is just water-based marker. A lot of it is Tombow, not this color, but this is the type of marker it is. And then there's some Crayola black marker here. This was like a practice page basically, and I'm just going to draw on it with colored paint pens. So I picked out a limited palette here of pinks and purples and a cream color, and I have a gold here too. To get ready, I'm just testing out my pens, shaking them up and getting them ready for action. Didn't take me long to pick out a mushroom to start with today, but I have to tell you, this was a shocker to me. I did not expect the ink from the background of the page to bleed into my Ivory white Uni Posca pen. When I first drew it, and then I saw the paint pen reacting to the color of the ink on the page below it, I was trying to decide whether or not I liked it. As the seconds went by, I realized I really, really liked it, and I was going to work with this. And then the lines that I was drawing seemed to increase in brightness as time went on, so they just sort of seeped into that ink below and reacted and became a little bit brighter. And then I was able to add additional Ivory pen over the initial Ivory lines that I had drawn, which gave them a really nice highlight to the lines that I had drawn that were changing color. So really cool. In addition to just trying a new technique by using my practice ink page here to do this art on, it's also just a really good practice to not get too precious with your sketchbook. This is something that I need to constantly stay on top of myself about. I have this weird habit. I will flip through a couple of pages before I start a new page. And the funny thing is, what I'm drawing doesn't have to be perfect. I can make a mess. I can make all kinds of mistakes. It doesn't matter. I just like to have like a spread of untouched drawing paper in between my pages. And that's not a good habit to have. Then things are not in chronological order, and it's not like they really need to be, but I've just been using some sketchbooks very haphazardly for a long time. So this mushroom sketchbook is actually also a practice for me to finish a sketchbook front to back and use every page. That's one of the goals. And also, obviously, the other one is to stick to one concept or theme and just write it out and work within that theme and just sort of push the boundaries however I see fit. That's been really fun to do, and I just don't get bored drawing mushrooms. Like, it's just not a topic. It's not a subject matter that I feel has any finiteness to it. It's just, there's just so many different things you can do with mushrooms. It's been a lot of fun. The gold pen I just broke out, and when I did this, like magic happened. Really into this combination. Oh, and speaking of this gold pen, this Molotow One4All is my favorite gold ink. The viscosity of the paint is really nice, and the quality of its opacity and of the shine of the gold is beautiful. And it's just really nice to work with. My biggest problem with the Molotow Gold pen is that my tip gets clogged. They're great paint pens. The tips do get clogged though. You can get replacement tips, which I have some. I try not to use them unless I really need to because they're expensive. I've washed the tips before with success, and I made a video about that. I'm realizing how much I love the gold effect on the background color. So I'm just adding embellishments. I decided to use a leaf motif to tie the whole spread together. So I'm starting to write the name of the mushroom on the left, and sorry my hand gets in the way, but I really didn't like how it was coming out, so I changed it. I just went over it with the Permapaque black marker again, just fixing mistakes as I go. Then I didn't like how the right side mushroom lettering was coming out in the very beginning. I didn't want to draw it over those little dots, so I caught it quickly with a moistened paper towel and I just wiped it away. So now I'm going to rewrite the left-hand side mushroom's name and then adding more of the leaf motif in a different style of leaf and with a different paint pen. So now I'm kind of going back and forth from my mushroom book and deciding what details about the mushrooms I want to write around them as design elements. I like to combine lettering styles. So for instance, here I've used sans serif style and then cursive style, and those complement each other really nicely without looking too busy. And then for smaller text, I really try and keep it so it's readable. I think this is a holdover from my graphic design days because readability has been so drilled into me, and I know that the different styles that I use in my lettering are decorative and illustrative, but readability is really important still to me, so I try to make sure that things are readable. So I decided to add some lettering to the bottom of the left-hand page of the spread. So I'm taking a Tombow marker and I'm just drawing over the lighter paint pen leaves that I drew so that I can go over that with gold pen. I could have used a darker marker and the results would have been a little better, but I think it came out okay, so I just left it. So for me, this feels like taking lemons and making lemonade because we never really know what's going to happen when we put paint pen over a different medium. And I had tested this out yesterday, but I was not prepared for the results today, and I really love how it came out. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, do all the things, and let me know if you plan to give this technique a try. I would love to see your results and to hear about your own experiments. I'll be back soon with another video. Have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.